So guys, right, what a great video. You're going to love this. Looking at improving your all-round ball striking, looking at getting your impact, your sequence, getting everything to match up down the bottom of your swing. And later on in the video, we're going to be taking through some fantastic clips, looking at some wonderful ball strikers in slow motion and also golfers of perhaps weaker levels, some club players, some amateur golfers there, and a big chance you might find your own swing here in this clip. I filmed around 45,000 swings, and we estimate up around 80 to 85% of golfers are in this position and really not getting their impact in a great spot. We're going to be looking here at leg work, footwork. We're going to be looking at Nicholas, we're going to be looking at Hogan, Adam Scott. We're going to be looking at some other great ball strikers. We're looking at getting your sequence correct, leading properly with your knees, getting your footwork, and having a look at the averages of movement in and around impact. There definitely is an average there of the best ball strikers in the world, and that's also an interesting thing to look at your own swing and say, well, how close am I to that? Can I improve it? The closer we get to these positions, really the better that we do strike the ball, and the further away that we are, unfortunately the worse that we hit it. This is an area that people really don't know much about when we're looking at where we need to be from this front view. And what we're going to be looking at doing is when we would have a finish line over the golf ball, we'll be looking at getting the right knee or the trail knee to hit that finish line a little bit earlier. Now what this does is it helps us also to clear out of the way when we're moving this knee forwards. It drops this hip slightly, so we're not hitting block shots, we're not hitting flip shots, and we're getting a free passage, a free way through the golf ball to hit much cleaner shots. Now when you're looking at practicing this move, which I'll take you through coming up, really it's really just getting yourself into a position. I can almost pop this thing here in the ground. If you just give me a second, I'll get this training aid into the ground here. We just got the foam roller here over a bit of steel. And what we're trying to do is get this right leg to cover the golf ball before the hand comes. So if that's the finish line, when you're looking at your kinematic sequence, we'll be looking at the knees, the shoulders, the arms and the hands, and this is the position that we're trying to get ourselves into, really get this right ankle moving more effectively. Now what are we seeing, unfortunately, around the world with so many golfers, is we're seeing this right leg staying out in this position, bringing a high right hip, a high right shoulder, but not getting our foot work to move really dynamically through the golf ball. And it really is a great way, a great feeling of getting ourselves into a position here where we've got some room. Getting this right hip under, getting this right knee to cover the golf ball rather than this sort of stuff, creating a collision and into impact with the elbows splaying, flipping. We know that we need the hips between 30 to 50 degrees open. We know that we need some lateral movement, 10 to 15 centimeters, and you can get all this with your right leg and get the timing of the right leg. Now it's a great exercise because we don't need to analyze it too much. That's important, sometimes using a little bit of the right side of the brain and getting the right knee to move a little bit earlier into impact. Guys, let's now have a look at how important this move is. And when you get this right, your kinematic sequence will be moving lovely. You'll have some room at impact, you'll get more shaft lean, and you'll hit much better shots. So everyone, right, now let's get in there. We're going to be looking at some club players here, some other golfers. Really interesting when we start to look at the sequence, the kinematic sequence. You get the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. We're getting that sequence from the top, and we can see Adam Scott here leading in with the knees. Great footwork. Look at that knee hitting the finish line. Now when we're getting down and around and into impact, obviously we've got the shaft lean, but have a look at some of the numbers here when we're really getting in there and having a look at this right leg. Have a look at this down here from that knee joint down to the angle 58. Let's look at Tiger Woods. Got the knee in, and he's not going to be as much. We're going to see this knee coming right down here into 64 degrees. Seeing so many club players, at difficult areas here, not really getting it right. Let's have a look at my own swing here as we move down and into the downswing. See the knee hitting the line before the hands do, and then into impact here. Also see that knee well down into the 61 degree areas. We've spoken about this release in the last couple of videos here on YouTube. It's just an area that's really not looked at enough, how the hands and the wrists move through the golf ball. Guys, when we're looking at some of the best ball strikers of all time, you've got Mickey Wright. When you're looking at footwork, it's just phenomenal footwork. Have a look at these angles, these ankles, these feet. Why isn't it looked at enough in the golf swing? Have a look at Hogan. We're going to take a look at Nicholas.
World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied in helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction.
Moving down and into impact, there's the ball gone. Have a look at the numbers here, 57 degrees. And look at that right foot move in, extension back up. You know, we've got the arch in the back. Let's have a look at Jack Nicklaus here as we probably on the way through this right foot. Absolutely incredible. Look at that right foot. It's probably the best I've ever seen, actually. And that right leg right down into 64. Look at that knee joint. This is helping get the right hip into, you know, great positions. And we're just not seeing it with, unfortunately, with the club golfers. We saw it with Lee Trevino as well. Look at that right leg down and into here. Guys, getting this part of your swing, improving it. And this part, it's all about improvement. But unfortunately, when we're having a look at a lot of the club players, even from a position like that, the hand still wins the race. And this is creating a real collision course here, right? You're not getting your lateral movement and you're starting to bottom the club out way too early. Footwork, leg work, really important to notice these areas of the swing. You've got club golfers all around the world swinging in the same way, hand winning the races. And guys, your feet, your ankles, getting your hips, this right knee, this right foot will also get your hips to open and give you the lateral movement that you're after and really get you on the right track to playing some fantastic golf. Here's another one here as we see that right leg well up into the mid 70 area here, and not perhaps getting that position that we need to compress great golf shots. Guys, check out worldclassgolf.com. Working with evidence-based material, getting your sequence right, chipping away at your golf and getting things in a really good position so you can all get in there and McIlroy reach your potential in that need to win the race. It's a great way, basic thought, but a really good way to practice your golf. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.